Welcome to Go Lesson 32. Today we will build HTTP servers using Go's net/HTTP package. We will cover handlers, routing with Go 1.22 patterns, middleware, and a JSON REST API. Everything uses the standard library. Let us start with basic HTTP handlers. We import FMT for writing responses, log for errors, and net/HTTP for the server. http.HandleFunc registers a function for a URL pattern. The handler receives a ResponseWriter and a request pointer. For the greet endpoint, we read query parameters with r.URL query.get. If no name is provided, we default to stranger. The headers endpoint shows how to set response headers and read request properties like method, path, and user agent. ListenAndServe starts the server on port 8080. We wrap it in log.fatal to catch any startup errors. Let us review the complete code. Now we start the server in the background and test each endpoint with curl. The hello endpoint returns a simple greeting. Adding a query parameter changes the greeting. The server reads name from the URL. The headers endpoint returns request details and sets a custom response header. Now let us explore Go 1.22 routing with ServeMux. We create a custom ServeMux instead of using the default one. This gives us more control. The GET/$ pattern matches only the exact route path. Without it, the route would match all unmatched routes. Method-specific routes like get/users and post/users handle different HTTP methods on the same path. Path parameters use curly braces. We read them with r.PathValue. This is new in Go 1.22. Delete with a path parameter combines method routing and dynamic segments. We pass our custom mux to ListenAndServe instead of nil. Let us review the complete code. Starting the server. We will test each route with curl. The route endpoint returns only for an exact /match. get/users lists all users. post/users creates a new one. Path parameters extract the ID from the URL. Here we get user 42. Delete uses the same path parameter pattern with a different HTTP method. Next, let us implement the middleware pattern for cross-cutting concerns. We import the time package for measuring request duration. Middleware follows a simple pattern. It takes a handler and returns a new handler. The logging middleware records method, path, and request duration using time.Since. The Auth middleware checks the XAPI key header. A wrong key returns 401 unauthorized. http.Error writes an error message and sets the status code in one call. Named handler functions keep the code clean. Each function handles one endpoint. In main, we apply middleware selectively. Logging wraps the entire MUX, while Auth wraps only the secret endpoint. Let us review the complete code. Starting the server. Watch the terminal for log output from our middleware. The hello endpoint works without authentication. Notice the log line in the terminal. Without the API key header, the secret endpoint returns 401 unauthorized. With the correct XAPI key header, we get the secret data. Both requests are logged. Finally, let us build a JSON REST API with full CRUD support. We import encoding/JSON for serialization and str.conv for converting path parameters to integers. The to-do struct uses JSON tags to control the field names in the output. Lowercase names match REST conventions. We seed the slice with 2 to-dos and track the next ID with a counter. The get/todos handler sets the content type header and uses json.NewEncoder to write the slice directly to the response. For post, json.NewDecoder reads the request body and decodes it into a to-do struct. We assign an ID, append to the slice, and return the created to-do with a 201 status code. get/todos/ID converts the path parameter to an integer and searches the slice. If no to-do matches, we return a 404 not found error. ListenAndServe starts our JSON API on port 8080. Let us review the complete code. Starting the server. We will test all three endpoints. Get/todos returns the seeded data as a JSON array. Post creates a new to-do. The server assigns ID 3 and returns the created resource with status 201. Get by ID returns a single to-do. Here we fetch the first one. Requesting a non-existent ID returns a 404 not found error. Let us recap HTTP server patterns in Go. HandleFunc registers handlers with ResponseWriter and Request. ServeMux supports method routing and path parameters. Middleware wraps handlers. json.NewEncoder writes JSON responses. Thanks for watching. In the next lesson, we will work with databases in Go.